Welcome to the Answers for Elders radio show. Meet the trusted experts who will give you straight answers and will help guide you on the path of later life care. Now, here's your host, founder, caregiver, and CEO, Suzanne Newman.
And welcome back, everyone, to Answers for Elders Radio Network. And I am here with Lori Hudson, who is an independent agent on behalf of Humana. And Lori, you are a Medicare benefits person. You're my agent, which I love you to pieces. You've done so many great things for me. And I am very excited that we are talking about emotional wellness with the Vitality Revolution. And please check out our content on answersforelders.com. So, Lori, we're talking about forgiveness this hour. And, you brought up so many important topics. But how do we even begin to recognize, I guess, how we can get through it? We've talked a little bit about, the health factors and all those things, but where do we start?
Well, I think, again, recognizing that we have holding these things in can be really important. But I think also releasing that need to put our expectations on other people.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the big things that people build up these resentments is unmet expectations.
Mm-hmm.
And that can
I
be
did that in my marriage with my husband. I had this idea on what marriage was supposed to be. I had never been married, right? And he's like looking at me like, where did you get these ideas? But I got angry over time. And I realized it's like, this is a bunch of nonsense. So where did I get all this? But you see, this is the thing I think that we all don't realize, that people have expectations of others that we may not even realize. So maybe the first step is to recognize, what was your expectation of that individual?
And realizing that the way that we would handle a situation is not necessarily the way that someone else would. And I think really, for me, I've studied personality types for years, and it helps me in, I'm dealing with a lot of different types of people. And, I have an expectation of, okay, and this is something totally different, but when I'm presenting Medicare plan options to somebody, the way that I present that to them, I have a way that I feel like that is the way that I would want it done, and expecting that other person to accept that this is not always the case.
Yeah.
And it's the same in a marriage. My husband and I are so different. He's so much more detail oriented when something presented to him. I want to see it. I'm very fast. So I think that just thinking about that, what kinds of personality types are you dealing with?
So what do you think about the next step of, ask yourself, what are my expectations? I think the next step might be to get quiet, to go in do your own personal inventory. What do you think about that?
I absolutely agree with that. And I think, again, for me, journaling, writing things down.
That's a really good point. Yeah.
Really gets you thinking about things, and, just start writing these down, and you'll start seeing patterns, and just writing it down can help release some of these things as well. And I'm a huge fan of journaling and meditating. If you meditate and you're just letting go of all the thoughts that go along with that, then things will pop into your head, or you'll maybe something will occur to you that you hadn't even thought about.
Right. And I think the other thing that we should bring up, and I really, I think it's important, is prayer.
Yes.
It's, to turn it over to whatever higher power that is, saying, I want to find a way. I need to be open to find a way to heal. And I need to get myself in that space. And that, I think, a lot has to do with our own personal relationship with whatever your higher power may be, if it's God or, whatever you call it. How have you seen that in your life, Lori?
Oh, I completely agree with that, because it, whatever your belief system is, it's just letting go, because there's so many things that we have no control over, and we're trying to control it. And that is just adding to all these other issues, is, the resentment. There's just some things you cannot control. And we talked about it when we talked about our own families.
Yeah.
It happened that we're outside of your control, my control.
Very true. Very true. And Lori and I, we're going to talk a little bit about how to get there with your family, how to come together in a non-confrontational way. And we're going to be right back right after this. We at Answers for Elders thank you for listening. Did you know that you can discover hundreds of podcasts in our library on senior care? So visit our website and discover our decision guides that will help you also navigate decision making. Find us at answersforelders.com.